Oh my woman, oh my me mana, ye ni baby ako, mini wa mienu ni ye wanie. Ti yen somu eni nipa, na se o wanya wana beye. Ye mo mbira ye, ne beye yi ya ifiri ye nara. So before I start this whole election brouhaha and everything that went on, I want to reflect your mind on something. Yeah, I want you to remember the 2019 by-election at the Ayawaso Wagwan. In this very election, there was a group of armed and masked men who showed up at the Baweleshi electoral or voting center. These men were armed, okay? They were armed and they were masked. They showed up in a certain unknown uniform. So I don't know if you remember. This was the election where some John who talks and since other people also were injured. I don't know if you remember. At the Baweleshi voting center or election center, we even never wanted anything of its kind to happen again. Yes, Lydia Al-Hassan won the election. Everything went calm. But then the NDC didn't understand why this thing actually happened. So, it went to Parliament. And the Parliament said, okay, then if this is what is happening in the country, let us create a law. Let us make a law that will stop anyone who intends to sponsor, anyone who intends to invest, anyone who intends to act as vigilante. I don't know where the name came from, but you and I are aware that these things existed in the country. So the Parliament set up or created a new law to fight or to combat this very issue. So the Parliament then passed the law Vigilantism and Offences Act 999. Vigilantism and Offences Act 999. Okay, somewhere September 2019. So the Parliament passed this law to combat these people. Yeah. Now, before Parliament passed the law, Akufo-Addo set up a committee. And usually when this committee is set up, it's a board of judges. Okay. And they have to look into the causes of this very issue. So the evidence, okay, after everything, after this board was set up, the board brought an evidence that these people whose names are here, I don't want to mention them, I just want to quote them, whose names are here, okay, were the people who were involved in this act. And what did the president do? Instead of the president to allow them to be prosecuted, he shielded them, allegedly. And so these people went free without being punished. And that is where a problem was. No problem. Time went by. Lydia Al-Hassan won the election. We are into a new government. Everything was running smoothly until another election was getting here and stuff. Then the Parliament of Ghana passed the Vigilantism and Offences Act 999 just to combat and to fight these people. And now we have a new election which was supposed to criminalize people who get involved in this very act. Yeah, with a provision of not a minimum of 10 years imprisonment. Not minimum of 10 years imprisonment though. It means say yechi obi ewa vigilantism and its offenses emua. This person should be imprisoned for not less than 10 years. That is what that was the provision of the act. And what happened? Now we are in 2025. This is just a re-election. The election has already taken place. Some people didn't understand the results, and the electoral commission said, okay, let us go and do what? Let us go and then, okay, do the election again. And people go to do the election again, and another group of armed men, allegedly, armed men, unallegedly, helmet, men in helmets, and some with their raw faces, showed up at the election or voting center, where Ghana had spent money to provide policemen and security men to go and safeguard this election. And the Abodia people with helmets, meaning they came with motorbikes. Abodia people with some with their raw faces, meaning they are identifiable. These people showed up at the election center. Okay, no problem. Hawa Kumsin went there whatsoever. And Hawa Kumsin went there probably because NDC members also did what? Went there. Hawa Kumsin went there. Why? Because the big men or some big men in NDC were there. You were eyewitness there. Malik Basantali was there. Asia Dunketia was there. Patrick Boama, the defense minister, he was there. Yeah? And the minister for interior was also there. And these ministers are all NDC members. No problem. So Hawa Kumsin also showed up. But the problem with Hawa Kumsin is that she went beyond where she was supposed to go. She went into the perimeter of the election. Well, supposedly, only electoral commission members and security members are supposed to be there. Probably your friend said reps of each party member, which usually they are given tax. So I don't see why Hawa Kumsin should go there in the first place. But that doesn't guarantee Abodia men to go and beat a woman as they did. Because if Hawa Kumsin was my mother, who even messed up, I wouldn't expect people to jump onto her like a Mortal Kombat game. So, according to sources, yeah, people tried to send her away peacefully, which she said, oh, if the NDC men are present here, then she's also not leaving. Alright, there were definitely policemen there. You people should have made sure that the policemen or the security men who were at post get her out of the place. But what you said, no, if the policemen are seeing this and are not doing it, then we would attack her. And that is where she felt threatened, and she pulled out a pepper spray with probably the intention of self-defense. No problem. Somebody jumped like a Mortal Kombat, crashed the woman down. The woman is on the floor, and you could see men, oh, you could see men with thick arms punching this woman on the floor as if these people could fight wrestling. Is this the kind of elections we want to witness in the subsequent years? Is this even the best thing to do as a country? I am against election violence because we've seen countries having wars as a result of similar things. So the NDC, if the NPP did this to you and it didn't sweet you up, it didn't go you well, how the hell do you also repeat the same thing? And my problem is, if these people who were shown in the camera should be imprisoned, should be sentenced, Ghanaians, all Ghanaians want to see that, yes, the people who were involved in the action has been imprisoned because the law has been passed. And that is why I started from somewhere. The law has been what? Has been passed to criminalize people who get involved in such actions. And fortunately enough, we had video evidences with the people's faces, Fidi Kanoji. And definitely if we catch these people and we force them, they are going to bring out those who were also in helmet. And this is what I am looking forward to see. That these people are not going to go scot-free, but are going to be punished for their inhuman and unjust actions. Are we building a country, or we are building an animal kingdom where people with power oppresses and combat and force people without power or without strength to do their will? Why do we have the law? I just don't even understand. Has it gotten to this? Is this the democracy you people preach about? Hell no. And if you think the law is not going to work in favor of all Ghanaians, then you people should let us know so that we all go and find somewhere around Togo border and your friend is saying and go and live there. Because at this point, me as a concerned Ghanaian, I even feel scared when a media person who is going to just cover your friend is saying, no matter what actually happens, a policeman slap him like this on the face. And nobody does anything about it. And I am very sure this policeman is going to go scot-free. And these policemen, you people could not even stop the Abodie people from beating our Kumsen. So you people also intimidate people with very slim and tiny muscles. Because when you see people with bigger arms and muscles, you people can't go and then do what is right. Or I don't even know what the kind of security system we have in the country where it only protects certain people, it's afraid of certain people, and it feels so weak. Because me as a Ghanaian, seeing that the Ghana police servicemen were present and they couldn't do anything about this. They couldn't protect Hawa Kumsen from being beaten. They couldn't do anything good to this woman who chopped slap. This media person who chopped the slap. I am feeling unsafe as a Ghanaian. Yes, as a Ghanaian, I feel unsafe. Because the only reliable people, the only reliable agency is failing to operate. The only reliable, your friend is saying, sector, the security sector, the Ghana Police Service. We can't rely on them because they are afraid of certain group of people. They don't attack. They don't stop certain group of people from their unjust actions. Unlawful actions. But we, the short ones and the smaller ones there, when they catch us, they will just slap us and they will go scot-free. And these are the reasons why people are not respecting the Ghana Police Service. Because people see that you people, you are weak. You are in Yimu. Has it gotten to this? Are we going to continue this way? Should we rely on the Ghana Police Service for our safety? Me, as a concerned Ghanaian, I am scared at this point. And people, you the media persons, you've all shut up. You are all not talking because some people like Captain Smart is behind a certain party, and so when he's doing the wrong thing, he says social media is not important. But when he does his content in the your friend is saying traditional media, they post it on the social media for a wide coverage. You people, you don't get your friend is saying let me not go there. So some media persons are working in favor of certain group of people. So when this party comes on power, we see that these media people are this. And you people, you are not talking about it enough. You see, you people start the chop slap. If the election is going this way, why should that? It is a national problem. It is a national canker. It is a national disaster. We shouldn't be living in a country where the citizens of the country should be afraid to even, because me like this, if this constituency is my voting area, there is no way I'm going to vote because my life is more important to me than selecting my leader. I'm not saying that going to select or choose a leader is the wrong thing. But me, my life, my precious life is more wealthy to me. It's more important to me than going to vote. Because this lady who was there, yeah, this lady who chops pepper spray on the face, she was only there probably just to do her work, as your friend is saying, polling station agent or whatsoever. This young lady was sprayed on the face with pepper spray. But she was not the target. So I feel like, okay, it can also happen to me. Maybe this man will be jumping and I'll be standing somewhere and then Kumsin will dodge and Kumkra, maybe I may not be lucky. Are we building a country or we are building an animal kingdom? Are we building a country or we are building an animal kingdom? Are we practicing democracy or we are just reading it to the people? We all Ghanaians want to see these people who were involved in this act criminalized. Because in the previous years, when our Kumsin put a gun at the voting center, nothing happened to her. Because I don't know which law permitted her to pull a gun at a voting area. What is wrong with her? She deserves the beatings. But then, I don't condone the fact that this woman was on the ground and still big men, not one, not two, not three, plenty men about there, and you people were jumping on this woman. How the hell? What are we building? A country or an animal kingdom? Hey! And the problem I have with the NDC is the fact that you people felt that this thing was not good. You felt it that this thing was not good. And you think because you people are in power now, you are also doing it. I am not saying the men who attacked our Kumsin are definitely from, your friend is saying, NDC. But there is a probability that, yes, they are. Because it's hardly the NPP people will attack our Kumsin. So definitely. And people like this are going to go unpunished. Why? Because during Akufo-Addo's time, people did the same thing. The vigilante group who showed up at the Bawaleshi voting center, no, and I say electoral center, no. These people went scot-free. So definitely, the NDC is also going to, your friends, and free these people. And the continuous cycle of stupidness, the continuous cycle of foolishness, the continuous cycle of unjust, the continuous cycle of unlawful act, the continuous cycle of everything that doesn't make sense is going to continue. And that is why, to me, I have been advocating that we show these people that the country do not belong to them, and that we Ghanaians, we have sense, so we can vote them out, bring someone else inside, and then they will learn that we get sense. Because the NDC is feeling like the NPP did this, and so they are also going to repeat it. And then when NPP also comes to power, Hawa Kumsi will also come again to an electoral polling station, and then pull a gun, and nothing is going to happen to her. Why? Because she has the right, or she's been protected by her friend is a political party in power to possess a gun. Yan saben ene wo wemu. Ya chichiro mai ana ya chichiri your friend is saying emwa body emwa kingdom. I hope things will change. Until next time, subscribe to my YouTube channel for a better Ghana. Ghana no nyina ye de. Wa obeye nhwe say emfa me ho no. You will see as Antoa they have TikTok platforms and they are always doing tokesiye no fokesiye duro tokesiye duro why and she went to America to give birth and she was not treated well or something, and she's come to the internet to say that and she felt like she's been racistly, your friend is saying differentiated, she's been racistly attacked, or she's feeling the of racism. And you people are not even fighting for freedom in your own country, and you want to go and fight for freedom in somebody's country. We are not serious.